Did you know that the energy produced from 1 square meter of sunshine harvested through solar panels on Essex County soil is equivalent to the energy produced from zero point 0.9 barrels of crude oil, or what can be obtained in 1 cubic meter of tar sands? This calculation doesn't take into consideration the resources required to extract and refine that oil. Now consider the fact that solar panels, once in place, continue to harvest energy without further significant impact on the land, as compared to what is needed to access oil through the tar sands. We have become dependent upon energy. When we flip a switch, we expect the light to go on. We require our homes to be cool in the summer and warm in the winter. We want hot water when we shower and wash our dishes and clothing. We need vehicles to enable us to travel to work, church, and our leisure activities. We assume that we should regularly have access to the energy needed for all of this and more. Yet, how often do we consider how that energy is produced? More and more we are learning that the use of fossil fuels in the production of energy has detrimental consequences on our environment. As a result, there is a push to expand the use of renewable resources as cleaner alternatives in energy production. This includes the conversion of solar energy to heat and electric energy in highly efficient ways that benefit both the environment and the pocketbooks of consumers. For example, solar panel technology continues to evolve, enabling us to capture the energy of the sun and conduct it through parallel series of panels. This energy can then be converted from the direct current, DC power, of the sun to grid-quality alternating current, or AC power, through special inverters, enabling its use in our businesses, churches, and homes. One of the ways to take advantage of this technology is through the installation of net metering systems. These systems produce electricity that can be immediately used, and when such production is not needed, it feeds the electricity into the grid. Recognizing that solar energy is not available at night and has lower availability during the winter, bidirectional meters are installed which measure electric consumption from the grid and electric production to the grid. For every kilowatt hour of exported electricity produced from the solar panels, the consumer is given a 1 kilowatt hour credit towards the electricity drawn from the grid. As this is measured over the course of a full year, it becomes possible to identify how much electricity is required yearly and how much can be produced yearly. When these numbers are identical, the home, church, or business becomes a zero consumer to the utility. In other words, a well-done net metering system can offset 100% of the consumption of the client, ensuring there is no cost for electricity, no matter how much the utility charges per kilowatt hour. Thus, there is not only an environmental benefit to net metering systems, but also a financial benefit. There are net metering systems active in remote northern communities in Canada, including Colville Lake, Inuvik, Coral Harbour, and Iqaluit. These areas have limited access to sunlight at times and yet are benefiting from the energy of the sun year-round. As a result, we should be confident that net metering can be beneficial for communities across the country. Imagine what might happen if all of our churches switched to net metering systems, producing the electricity required by utilizing the energy of the sun. Technology is also available to enable us to heat our water and our spaces through self-contained solar-powered systems. Check out greensunrising.com or contact your local green energy producer for more information. Millennia ago, Moses challenged the Israelites to make a choice: life and prosperity or death and adversity. This choice was intimately tied to how they would live on the land. the choices we make in regards to how we access the energy we need make a difference in regards to how we live on the land today. As we are challenged by our baptismal covenant and the marks of mission to seek to safeguard the integrity of God's creation and sustain and renew the life of the earth, what choices can and do we make to ensure that our use of the energy we need is sustainable and respects the integrity of God's creation?